We're live. All right. Welcome, people of the internet. We can't actually see any of you, so this is going to be very strange. This is kind of a first time for me. This is Johnny. I'm David Dunn. Hello. They're around. This is Johnny Be Good, is what he has chosen to go by. I'm David Dunn, and this is a concert in 2018, soon to be 2019. We're stoked that you guys have joined us. To let you know what's going to happen here, we're sort of doing this technological, from my perspective, breakthrough to try and make this happen on Facebook and YouTube and other social networking platforms to make this live. So fingers crossed that it goes well, but there's a lot of moving parts, and it might crash and burn. So prepare yourselves if that actually happens. So I'm playing a computer here, and Johnny's playing two different computers. He's playing basically like Game Boys. He's the grown-up version of a child playing a video game, is what Johnny's doing. And so we're going to make all the noises that we're going to make this evening with these computers. Okay, other things that you should know. I have a tiny person in my ear that's going to tell me things occasionally. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube and you have a burning question that you would like to ask me, you can ask, and the tiny person in my ear, if he thinks it's a fun or interesting question, he is going to tell me what your question is, and I am going to answer it at some point in the show. But only if it's an interesting question. Is there anything else that I was supposed to say, Johnny? Is that pretty much it? I hope you guys can hear all this stuff. A Christmas record. I've got a Christmas record that came out, and we didn't get around to nearly enough places to show people this record. And so that's what this is about. This is first, oh my goodness, Merry Christmas. That was how I meant to start off. I was thinking about the shininess of my jacket when we began. So Merry Christmas. And that being said, let's play a not Christmas song to start off with. This song is about kids.
Everything I needed, and faith could even move a mountaintop. But then I grew up, then I got older, then my life got tough, and we grew apart. I wanna go back. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me. The Bible tells me so. I wanna go back to this little light. Gonna let it shine, yeah. Gonna let it shine. I wanna go. When I was a kid, I didn't care to keep up with the Joneses. I was just happy that they lived next door. It was you, God, and it was me. I had everything I needed. Your hands were big enough to hold the world, but then I grew up. Then I got older. Then my life got tough, and we grew apart. This
did that pretty good. It is very odd that nobody clapped afterwards. I'm going to do a mental clap for myself. Oh, man, that's great. It's really good. Seriously, though, we are glad that you guys are here. I'm assuming people are watching. No real telling. We might just be playing for ourselves. I hope it's working. Okay, Christmas. So, Star is my new Christmas record. And I think I've said this a couple of times, and I didn't know if it was true. And now I can tell you with certainty that it actually is. Star is my favorite studio project I've ever released. It's my favorite one. And I think it's because Johnny actually helped me in the studio. Johnny did a lot of the programming, so he was there through the whole process. Yeah, he was playing video games like an adult, like a mature adult. Video games. I feel like we should show people that. Yeah. This is an OP1. It does things like that. He also plays beats on it. There it is. Literally. As close to a grown-up Game Boy as you possibly can get. So that's what Johnny's doing. And he did that on a record. Star, though, is it's really kind of a wild project. It's a whole lot of creativity. And I think so, at least. And I think my favorite song on that project is this one we're about to play. Because my favorite Christmas song is this one. So it's the Hallelujah Chorus. And it's my favorite Christmas song because my father, his name is Tim Dunn, he put this song we're about to play on repeat for about 18 years of my existence, roughly, right? It's the Hallelujah Chorus, which was really difficult to redo, but everybody realizes the original version. So this is the weird version of Hallelujah Chorus. The original version was made famous most recently because of things like memes. Hallelujah! It's like on after memes. But I love that song. It is the most nostalgic Christmas song in the world to me because that's my childhood, was that thing blaring in our living room over and over again. And so nothing reminds me of Christmas more than this song. So it's a couple 100 years old, 400 if I believe. That's right. And this is it, but it's pretty off from the original. So it's my version of that song. So this is the Hallelujah Chorus.
And he shall reign forever and ever. He shall reign forever, amen. He shall reign forever and ever. He shall reign forever, amen. Yeah, yeah. You're the Lord of Lords. Yes, you are. You're the King of Kings. And the Lord of Lords.
It's difficult because I'm having to use 2 microphones. And this one is made for short people. So I'm like doing squats. My like thighs are genuinely like tired from doing that number. Mental clap. Thank you. Thank you.
That was good. I did awesome.
You clap for yourself. I'm not above that. I'm not above that. Okay. The little man in my ear has just told me that I'm supposed to talk about the giveaway. So this year, I am going to buy somebody's Christmas presents. Did I tell you about this? Yeah, like $250. Johnny, it could be you. Probably not, because if we drew your name, then I'm probably saying, nope, not doing that. But all you have to really do is like save a song on Spotify or subscribe to Messenger or like Facebook. There's a bunch of different ways, and I can't ever remember all of them, but that's how you enter. And we're picking the winner tomorrow night. Little man in my ear, is that correct? That is correct. Tomorrow night at midnight is when we're picking, and then we'll announce the next day. But if you would like for me to buy $250 worth of your Christmas gifts, that is the way to do it. I'm excited about it. So I hope that you want me to buy things that are not like, oh, Siri's not sure if she understands. Okay, anyway. I was just told by the man in my ear that there's also a link in the comments for the giveaway. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go there. All right. So this thing that I'm using here, which I used a second ago, it actually is breaking my vocal up into these keys, and then I'm playing it as an instrument. So that's why I'm trying to use 2 mics, and I'm about to do it a bunch in this song. So don't get freaked out. Let's do it. This song is O Holy Night.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul found its way. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voice says, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Truly he taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus
was fun. I was sweating that whole song. Janice Crow asked a question, and the man in my ear just relayed it. Janice, what is my favorite Christmas memory? Christmas memory, Janice asked. My favorite Christmas memory was one year, I think I was about 8 years old. I desperately wanted a toy that my parents got for me. And I don't know why this has stuck with me my entire life. But every time I go home, I even still see it. It's in like the toy chest for my nieces and nephews. But it was a Ninja Turtle shield made of wood, and then like a sword. And then me and my little brother and my cousin had I had an orange, like Michelangelo. What do they call those things? Bandana. No, mask. Such a big word. Yeah, so many 4 letters got me. So we all had those, and we played with them for years. I still play with it almost every day. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. For the win. That's my favorite Christmas memory, Janice. Off the top of my head. I know it's kind of a lame memory. I just told you about a terrible toy that I got when I was a kid, but I really wanted it. I loved Michelangelo. The man in my ear says if people want to ask more questions, they're more than welcome to. But you don't have to. All right. Okay. We're going to try some more weirdness. Oh, come all you faithful? Oh, come all you faithful? I like this song because I feel like every time I sing this in church or whenever the Christmas season rolls around, I don't ever think about "Oh Come All You Faithful" as like a call to arms song. But if you look at the words, it sort of is. It's like hey, this is what happened. We all should do this because it's unbelievable, and that's true. Like what happened over Christmas is unbelievable. So we, I don't know if we did or not, but we tried to turn this into a little bit more of an anthem. And this song is incredibly difficult to sing because it's so high. But lucky for me, I barely went through puberty. So here we go. Hold on, I got to get there first. I got to make sure my computer is prepared. All right.
glory given. Son of the Father, now in flesh appearing. Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us
Boom. I just got a weird question in my ear. Joshua Bennett just asked how I decided to make my record star with weird machines instead of conventional instruments. The truth of the matter is that there's not a whole lot that's conventional about me, Josh, if we're going to be frank for just a second. I currently have a mop of dreads on my head. I don't know if you've noticed. But I think this stuff is really creative, and I like to push the bounds in music. I like to do things that maybe or go into waters that are uncharted, and do things that maybe not the way that everybody else is doing them, for the sake of doing them, not the way that everybody else is doing them. And this is the stuff that interests me, right? I sit around and mess on my computer with this kind of junk. I don't know how Johnny is more nerdy than I am, but I'm in the same ballpark as Johnny. So this is the stuff that I like, and so Star ended up being a record that I'm like really passionate about because it's really weird and it's super creative, and there's a bunch of goofy things on there that I'm just absolutely in love with. But good question, even though it was passively insulting. All right. Let's do another song, huh? Yeah, let's do Star. Oh my God, what do I see? 'Cause it just appeared in the east, and I am afraid. What does it mean? Is this the end of the world or a prophecy? And the star burns bright, in the day and night, and nobody seems to know what it means, so why it's hanging in the sky. But yeah, the star burns bright. No, 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 no.
day by day. Oh, I go on like a moth to flame. Oh, and when I sleep, oh, and when I wake, oh, I see it there, I can't look away, no. And oh, and the star burns bright, ooh, in the day and night, and nobody seems to know what it means or why it's hanging in the sky. But ooh, yeah, the star burns bright. Overhead, over me, the starlight falls on a humble scene, and it may not look like royalty, but somehow I know that the child is king. But somehow I know that the child is king. And ooh, and the star burns bright, ooh, in the day and night. Nobody seems to know what it means or why it's hanging in the sky. But yeah, the star burns bright. Ooh, yeah, the star burns bright. Ooh, yeah, the star burns bright.
It's so weird when people don't clap afterwards. We have a question coming in. Jill asked if having a child has changed my relationship with the Lord. The bigger answer is that having a child has changed everything. It is unbelievable how different life is. Actually, my wife and my child, both of those two things are, and they both happen in the same year. So the two biggest things that have ever happened to me happened in the same year. It is crazy how much different my life is now than it was 16 months ago. Almost 17 now, 17 months ago. So I have learned a ton about myself, about how naturally selfish I've been for the rest of my existence, about what it looks like to love someone else well with knowledge, and not just a feeling love, but actual love, and how difficult that actually is. Even when the other person makes it completely the easiest thing ever, which is what my wife does. She makes it super easy for me to love her, and I still have a really hard time with it because I like me a lot. So that's why marriage is incredibly valuable. That's why having a kid is valuable, because it's that same thing except for 10x. Because this is a tiny version of myself, a little chewed up piece of bubblegum with hair, who has his grandma's eyes. So good question, Joe. Let's do Snowflake. Just for fun, let's do Snowflake. And then we'll do one more after that. 2 more songs, guys, and then we'll let you do your Thursday evening. I like this song. But I never talk about it. I think this song is a whole lot more fun for people from the South who don't hate snow. Johnny's from New Orleans, so he likes it too. But people from like Wisconsin, I've actually gotten messages from people from Michigan actually that have been like, "Hey, normally snow is the worst ever, but your song made us think, oh, maybe it's not that bad because the Lord made it." And that didn't even enter my mind that somebody would be like, "Snow is awful," because snow is it's like snow is synonymous with childhood fun and adult fun.
I love it. I will.
Johnny welcomes. So this is Snowflake. All right, here we go.
You never stop with just one snowflake. The one is miracle enough. You throw them down like you won't run out. It's a picture of how you love. There's a trillion, billion, 100,000 floating in the sky. And that's how big your love is. And that's how wide your love is. And every time I look up at a winter night, I can see your love falling down, filling up the sky. No, yeah. Beauty coming down around me. A hurricane of stars falling down. And I am blinded by the glory and the power. It's like touching heaven from the ground. There's a trillion, billion, 100,000 floating in the sky. And that's how big your love is. And that's how wide your love is. And every time I look up at a winter night, I see your love falling down, filling up the sky. There's a trillion, billion, 100,000 floating in the sky. There's a trillion, billion, 100,000 perfect reasons why. In the heartache, in the ashes, there is beauty, there is magic. There's a trillion, billion, 100,000 reasons in the sky. And that's how big your love is. And that's how wide. And that's how big your love is. And that's how wide, that's how wide your love is. And every time I look up at a winter night, I see your love falling down, filling up the sky. No, 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 yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. That was more fun than normal. I don't know why.
We're getting better.
Maybe it's because we always kind of like every time we play that song. I feel like we usually have been starting this Christmas run. We've been starting with that song, and we've had a ton of technical difficulties. That's why that was so much more fun than normal. Because normally we are struggle busing. I think we've cut everything we planned and like in the middle of a song twice.
Yes.
2 different sets. In that song, we just drop it all, and I just played the whole thing on the keyboard, and Johnny just did like this in the background with an elf hat on. Star is out everywhere. It's anywhere that you ingest music, Spotify, YouTube, whatever. What was the other thing? Man in my ear. Giveaway. Yeah, the giveaway as well. Giveaway is still going on until tomorrow. You can enter with. It's free to enter. You literally just like a song or save a song on Spotify, or you send me a message on Messenger, or subscribe to YouTube. There's like 15 different ways, and all of them are a different entry. So $250 is what I'm going to buy your Christmas gifts, up to $250. Think of how many remote control cars you could get. I don't even know what they cost anymore. When I was a kid, that'd been like 3 of them. I should look into that. I'd love to have a remote control car. Yeah, but you can sign up for that. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. This is it. This is the last one. Merry Christmas. We're gonna be playing in Denver tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go be with family. And Rhodes is gonna see all 95 of his nieces and nephews. Excuse me, cousins. My nieces and nephews. All right, so last thing, here's what I want to tell you about with this next song. With Star and this one, when I was writing for this Christmas project, I'm an analytical person, so I tend to like do like deep thinking, right? And I get lost in these it's basically like a giant rabbit trail. And so what I did with actually there's another song we're not playing tonight, but it's called Overwhelming, and it's me trying to get into Joseph's head. And what would it have been like for this dude who is engaged to this girl. She comes to him and she says, hey, guess what? I'm pregnant, but don't worry. It's the Son of God, right? And Joseph is supposed to believe that. Then an angel shows up and he goes, no, she's telling the truth. And he goes, oh my God. I mean, there's like 10 different moments where Joseph would have freaked out, right? And in the Star, there was no TV 2,000 years ago, so everybody just laid down on the ground at night and stared up the sky. That was their version of entertainment. And so you've got these people who not only have they done that their whole life, but they're astrologers, and they do that for like a profession. They sit there and stare up at the sky, and then one day the star appears over the top of them, and I bet they Chicken Littled, like the sky is falling, we're all gonna die, this is the end of the world. And then somehow the Holy Spirit or an angel, we don't really know, somehow they find out, they know, oh, no, it's not the end of the world. This is the beginning of the world, right? This is a signpost. We should follow this to this kid. And then this song is called This Is Christmas. And when they arrive to see this baby in the manger, these rich guys from the East, they see this kid who's in excruciating poverty. His dad's a carpenter. They don't have hardly any money. This kid was born in a stable, which is just a dirty cave full of, goat manure and animal spit. And here's the thing. Nativity scenes make it look pristine, like my mom's got one in her kitchen. It's a porcelain nativity scene, and it's beautiful. And I got spanked if I touched it ever when I was a kid, which I did anyway. My kid's gonna be like me. I'm terrified of it. But anyway, it's pristine. It's this pristine piece of art, right? And the shepherds are beautiful, and the kid is perfectly bundled, and it's a beautiful building that they're in, and there's not a drop of feces to be found. And in all reality, the stable's a cave, right? And there's no wood in the Middle East, right? The stable's a cave, and a manger is just a rock full of animal spit, right? And maybe a little bit of hay, and that's where they put the Savior of the universe. That's where he chose to be born. He chose like the most humble situation that you possibly could be in, and that's where he chose to be born. And I think we rob a bit of the Christmas story when we don't dirty it up like it actually was. When we talk about my mom's, ceramic, perfect nativity scene. There's no better picture than someone who came to serve and not be served, right? Someone who embodies the last will be first and the first will be last. Then Jesus coming down, the Savior of the world, God in man, came down and was born in the most lowly situation. So that's what this song is. It's an attempt to dirty the Christmas story up back to reality, away from my mom's porcelain nativity scene. So the song's called This Is Christmas. Thank you guys again so much for spending some time with us on the internet, behind your computer screens. It's been fun.
Dirty men, they fall asleep and lay their heads upon their sheep on Christmas. Angels singing overhead, watch for what is coming next on Christmas. Somewhere in a little town, an innkeeper has rented out his last room. A virgin screams a bloody scream as birthing pangs and stable feet surround her. Christmas, this is Christmas. God is with us, the King. Christmas, this is Christmas. Hallelujah, the King. Animals, they see it all as wood and hay becomes a throne on Christmas. The babe is sleeping in the hay as dirty man and angels sing, it's Christmas. Christmas, this is Christmas. God is with us, the King. Christmas, this is Christmas. Hallelujah, the King. Loved ones gather everywhere to share their love and Christmas cheer. It's Christmas. Santa Claus and trees with snow and candy cane and mistletoe. It's Christmas. Celebrate the babe who came to save the world and break our chains on Christmas. On Christmas, this is Christmas. God is with us, the King. Christmas, this is Christmas. Hallelujah, the King. us. Jesus is the King. God is with us. He is with us. Jesus is the King.
Merry Christmas, guys. We'll see you later. I don't know how to wave that. That was fun. Kind of.